Assumption of risk and indemnity agreement in exchange for participation in the activity described in the hunting participant/volunteer contract, activity, organized by Connect Outdoors Incorporated, releasee. I hereby agree as follows. I and anyone claiming on my behalf release and forever discharge releasee and its affiliates, successors, and assigns, officers, employees, representatives, partners, agents and anyone claiming through them, collectively, the released parties, in their individual and/or corporate capacities from causes of action of any nature and kind, known or unknown, which I may have against releasee or any released parties arising out of or relating to any injury, loss, or damage to person and property that may be sustained as a result of participation in the activity, claims. I understand that participation in the activity involves inherent risks, including risk of physical or psychological injury, pain, suffering, illness, disfigurement, temporary or permanent paralysis and/or death, and I assume all related risks and voluntarily participate in the activity. I agree to indemnify releasee against any and all claims, actions, lawsuits, damages, and judgments, including attorney's fees, arising out of or relating to my participation in the activity. This release for participation in event or activity, release, shall not be in any way construed as an admission by the releasee that it has acted wrongfully with respect to me or any other person, that it admits liability or responsibility at any time for any purpose, or that I have any rights whatsoever against the releasee. This release shall be binding upon the parties and their respective heirs, administrators, personal representatives, executors, successors, and assigns. I have the authority to release the claims and have not assigned or transferred any claims to any other party. The provisions of this release are severable. If any provision is held to be invalid or unenforceable, it shall not affect the validity or enforceability of any other provision. This release constitutes the entire agreement between the parties and supersedes any prior oral or written agreements or understandings between the parties concerning the subject matter of this release. This release may not be altered, amended, or modified, except by a written document signed by both parties. The terms of this release shall be governed by and construed in accordance with the laws of the state that the event occurred. I have carefully read and fully understand all the provisions of this release and am freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entering into this release.